happy with the win. The defensive effort was there today. I thought we left some things on the floor offensively. And when you take a look at the numbers, specifically when we came out after halftime, we talked about having more energy. And I'm going to have to look at everything we're doing as to why we did not have the energy that we've had over the past games. And sometimes it starts with the emotional victory we had on Wednesday. But you know, I thought Bailey Cotton gave us a big lift early. We were able to run a couple sets, get her the basketball. She came through for us and got us off to a good start. And then it just seemed like we got a little complacent. And with San Jose State, you can't do that. The amount of their ability to be able to attack on the floor, put you in really difficult matchup situations. And then I thought Liv really helped carry the day once again. And in the fourth quarter, I thought she looked completely exhausted. We played her the first 20 minutes and tried to give her some breaks in the second half. And so we took her out in the fourth quarter, and everything seemed to be going well. I mean, Soljana made a big play with the rebound and the timeout to get us that possession rather than going to a jump ball. So we just settled in, finished it out. I thought Clara's three-point play down the stretch when she attacked the basket gave us the energy. And then I'm going to be honest, our fans were awesome today. I don't know if we'd win this game if we're on the road, because they really got into it, gave us a lot of energy. So for the 3,000 people that showed up today, thank you very much. Take that W in your pocket, because it was a big win.
Joe, you know your defense doesn't take a day off, but early in the fourth quarter, they score to go up or go down 4. I really felt like over those next 5-6 possessions, your defense really kind of maybe actually won that game more than your offense did.
Our defense really did. For them to be able to close it that way, and what we talked about all year was, you know, reach down defensively. This is, you know, this is Wyoming women's basketball. This is how we play. It's going to be a battle. We're not going to get the game up into the 70s, the 80s, and just sit back. We're going to have to win 5 minutes at a time. And I thought in that fourth quarter we stepped up with those possessions. And then also in the last 4 minutes, besides Clara's shot, Marta hit a big shot down at the bucket with a left shoulder turn off the backboard. And then that energized us again. We got them in a 1-and-out situation where they missed their attempt. We rebounded it, and then it seemed like we controlled the last 2 to 3 minutes at the pace what we wanted to do, both offensively and defensively. But give San Jose State credit. In the third quarter, they came out, and you could see the energy they had when they closed the gap. And that's making a run, and we answered the run and to finish out the game.
Coach, a strong start in the first quarter. I think Bailey had 10 points before they did. I know obviously they made their run, but just how helpful is it when you're making them play from behind like that?
You know, just to get you off to a good start seems to relax everyone. And we were able to go to a set that was able to get Bailey the basketball, and more importantly, Bailey finished. And when you start out like that, it seems like it relaxes everybody a little bit and taking shots. But you know, you have about 36 more minutes to play, and San Jose made their run, and then we had to finish out with a run. But I thought this game was about Bailey and Liv offensively, that we could get them in a mismatch situation that we liked, and they were able to come through. And as I said, we left some of them easy baskets we came up short on, and that tightened things up on us. But then we just have enough players out there, and I think that's the strength of this team, is that you look down the stretch, Clara makes a basket, Marta makes a basket, Soljana's driving to the basket to get fouled with the shot clock winding down. And so there's a number of players that have been stepping up for us, and that's the strength of this group.
Did you feel Bailey and Liv would have advantages inside today?
Yeah, in fact, we thought that was going to happen for us, is that we were able to free them up, and then San Jose State made an adjustment to take that away, and I thought that allowed Clara to be able to really start attacking the basket and finding people. And then, you know, we're 4 of 14 from 3. We need to shoot better than that at home, and that's something where I'll look to see if we have tired legs for today's game.
So it was just Liv was tired at the end. That's why she wasn't
Liv
down the
was
stretch.
you could see she was exhausted, and I knew we played her 20 minutes in the first half, but I thought she was the only one giving us the lift after Bailey's first 5 minutes. It seemed like Liv was the only one scoring for us, and so we knew we were going to need her down the stretch, so we decided to give her a break, And then when things are going well for you, you try to squeeze out 30 more seconds. You try to squeeze out another minute of rest before you bring her back. And as it wound down, then I knew there was no reason to put her back in. Put the team on the floor that wrapped this up. And that's a good sign for this group to understand that they can win this game without Liv Roberts in the last 5 minutes. Now, I don't want to play very often without Liv, but I got to make sure that I get her some rest in the first half rather than trying to find her in the second half.
You say you don't want to play with. Is it tough to leave her there in the fourth quarter of a game? I get it that it was going your way, but it's still
It's always difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been games this year where 2 players have to be on the floor all the time, and that's Taylor Rusk and Liv Roberts. And you're trying to buy just a minute to be able to give them rest. And that's why Liv played 20 minutes in the first half. That's not what we like to do, but that was the case today for us to get a victory. And so when we knew that we did not need her as minutes were ticking off, there was no sense to throw her back in the game.
Coach Liv talked about just kind of focusing on each 5-minute stretch at a time, and I guess overall as a team, do you like the way that everyone is kind of, mentally approached this winning streak and not getting too caught up in not losing for so long?
What I really like is when I hear from the media what my players are saying, because the message is hitting home. We talk about 5 minutes all the time, winning 5-minute segments. San Jose State won the third quarter, 5 minutes at a time, and we talked on that last stretch, this is our time. And one of the things, even with Liv resting, she's the most vocal person on that bench, encouraging everyone else out on the floor. You talk about a true leader, that's Liv Roberts.